Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure, here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning to all students. A warm welcome to everyone. Students, today we are going to continue our chapter number 7, the administration of the Swaraj. Till now, we have covered the topics Asht Pradhan Mandal, the policy regarding agriculture, village economy, and trade and business during Shivaji's time. And today in this session, we will learn about his military organization, his forts, intelligence department, and navy. So students, as you know that in India, we had different defense forces such as army, navy, and air force for the protection of our country. In the same way, Shivaji also had an organized, well-maintained defense department in which he had army and navy. So we will learn about all these in detail. So let's begin. The first one is military organization. So there were two main divisions in the army of Shivaji Maharaj, infantry and cavalry. So infantry are the soldiers on foot and cavalry are the soldiers who use horses. In infantry, there were many officers such as Havaldar and Jumledar. The chief of the infantry was known as Sarnobat. The cavalry was further divided into two parts, Shiledars and Bargaids. So Shiledars were the soldiers who had their own horses and weapons, and Bargaids were provided with horses and weapons by the state, by the ruler. In the cavalry, Bargaids were more in number, but the ranks of the cavalry officers were similar to infantry. The highest officer in cavalry was also known as Sarnobat. So, Netoji Palkar, Pratap Rao Gujjar, Hambir Rao Mohite were some of the famous Sarnobats of the cavalry. Now, let's see intelligence department. Now, you must be thinking why this intelligence department is required. So students, when you have a big kingdom or Swaraj, so it is very important to protect it from the attacks of the enemy. So to get the information about enemies, about their activities, this intelligence department was required. So Bahirji Nayak was the head of this department and he was very efficient, very intelligent. If you remember, we have studied about Shivaji's campaign on Surat in our last chapter. So at that time, during that campaign, Bahirji Nayak collected a very accurate, or you can say very correct and exact information about Surat. So in this way, this department was collecting all information about enemies and submit to Maharaj. Next are forts. So forts were of great importance in the medieval age. And if you have forts, so it means it is very much possible for you to keep a watch or keep an eye on the surrounding area. So that's why Shivaji built and conquered many forts as well. So in case of foreign invasion, it was possible to protect the people. How? Because they could take shelter in those forts. So it was possible to stock the fort with food grains, war materials, ammunition, and military garrison. So ammunition here means weapons, cartridges, and garrison here means soldiers. So forts were always ready with all these things. So importance of forts in the foundation of Swaraj is very well stated in Ajnaya Patra. It is written, this kingdom was created by the late, revered, and exalted majesty forts alone. And there were 300 forts in the Swaraj. There was a Kiledar, a Sabnis, and a Karkhanes on every fort. Now, what was the duty of this Karkhanes? To look after the storage of food grains and the maintenance of war material on the fort. Sea forts. So, one of the forts which Maharaj built was Sindhudurg at Malwan because he knew the importance of sea forts. So, this Sindhudurg is an excellent example of sea fort. To give strength to the construction of the fort, the stones which were used were made of lead, and the strong foundation was made. So, a sea fort called Padmadurg was built in front of Rajapuri in order to counter the Siddhi power. We have already studied about Siddhi Johar in our previous chapter. So, about this fort, Maharaj had said in a letter that by constructing Padmadurg, he had set up another Rajapuri to overshadow the Rajapuri of Siddhi. Means now his Rajapuri is more stronger and powerful than the Rajapuri of Siddhi. Next is Navy. Enemies on the west coast of India. Who were the enemies? Portuguese of Goa, the Siddhi of Janjira, and the British of Surat and Rajapur. They were creating obstacles in the work of expanding the Swaraj. So it was necessary to control, to curb their activities, and to protect the west coast. So for this purpose, Maharaj raised a navy, a strong navy. He realized that the one who has a navy, he can control the sea. So it means he was a very good visionary. He had a great foresight. There were 400 ships of various kind in his navy. And they included battleships like Gorab and Galbat. These were fighter ships. Ships were built in the Creek of Kalyan, Bhivandi, Vijayadurg, and Malwan. Manak Bhandari and Daulat Khan were the chief naval commanders in Shivaji's navy. Next is concern for the welfare of his subjects. Means subjects here means the people of his Swaraj. So he was very much concerned about their welfare. So Maharaj did not work only with the limited ambition of conquering enemy territories and establishing dominances like other things, other kings. So means he did not he did not pay attention towards conquering other territories, but he was very much um thinking of the welfare of the people. His main objective was to make his subjects independent. He was aware that if his subjects were to be really get the joy of freedom, it was necessary to have a disciplined administration and take a comprehensive care of people's welfare and protect the conquered territories. So it means he was a very good administrator. He thought of his people, their welfare, whether they were peasants, common people, or his Ashtapradhan Mandal, his officers. He took care of each and every one. So Maharaj was not merely a ruler, he was a watchful, very alert administrator also, who cared for his people's welfare. So this is clearly seen in his administration of the state. So thank you, students. Thank you very much. Stay safe. and revise everything whatever we have discussed.